Okay, let's also bring you the latest on those Justdial earnings. Profits down 15% as expenses spike. We've got Mr. Ramkumar, the CFO, joining us on this. Mr. Ramkumar, your profits taking a bit of a hit. Tell us what's really played out for you this quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's been a slightly disappointing quarter as far as we are concerned. We perhaps would have seen the bottom as far as the top line growth is concerned. We should see a turnaround on the growth to the 20s, for FY17. But you should see the turnaround happening from Q1 FY17 onwards. We have addressed the issues as far as top line growth is concerned, which is primarily due to the lack of scale and on the expansion that we would have liked. So we should be adding about 2,000 to 2,500 sales force in the next 9-10 months, and that should address the volume related growth that has not happened in the current over the last few quarters. So we have identified the problem, and once the growth, sales top line growth comes back to in the 20s, I should see the margin expansion happening. So it's truly the margin has been impacted by the lack of top line growth at this point of time. So we are addressing the growth, the volume issues that we have, and we should see the bounce back in the next few quarters.
And what kind of revenue and profit growth are you watching out for going ahead now? Let's look at the targets for FY17.
FY17, I think the top line growth should come back into the 20s, maybe 20 to anywhere in the 20-25%. And once that happens, the margin should bounce back to the levels of FY16 that we saw. So I think, but net, I have to tell you that we're going to be spending about 100 crore in the ad spend in over the next 3-4 quarters. So that would impact the margin. But if you exclude that one-time spend, the margin should be will bounce back to the FY16 levels.
What's expected to drive growth going forward as well?
The growth will be primarily driven by volumes, and the volumes will be driven by the expanding sales force. As simple as that. All we have to do, we are addressing that issue on adding more and more feet on street as well as telemarketing executives. Both these together, in fact, we are going to be doubling our feet on street sales force and significantly increasing the telemarketing executive. So it's already underway right now as we speak. You should see the growth bouncing back due to these initiatives in the maybe from Q1 onwards.
Any update on your Android app, the Search Plus?
So we are ready with the product. Most important, we wanted to have a product where the ordinary Indian, homemaker, ordinary Indians can start using to do transaction on our platform, and we are quite happy with it. We are making life easier for the Indian consumers to transact online for all their day-to-day needs, and the product is ready, and we should be starting the mass communication this quarter.
And what's the update on the buyback you announced earlier as well?
Yeah, buyback should get concluded in this quarter. We are just the SEBI approval should come in any time, and once that is done, it's maybe 3 to 4 weeks time. We should complete the buyback process.
All right, Mr. Ramkumar, thanks for picking us more on those numbers. We're also watching out for Maruti today, and Hiral standing by with a closer look at what's expected. Hiral?